let's continue practicing with division, okay? Just because it's kind of one of those things, I think, that gets easier with a lot of examples, and especially if this is like a new way of looking at it for you. Okay, so again, I'm going to cover up a few of my numbers and try to make this a little bit easier for myself, right? Okay, so I'm going to divide. That's my first step. Can 4 go into 3? No, 3 is smaller, right? So I have to slide my paper over and consider how many times 4 can go into 33. Now that I know, right? That can, 4 goes into 33 8 times. So now I multiply. I do my multiply step. 8 times 4 is 32. And now I subtract. 33 minus 32 is 1. Now I bring down, right? I'm going to drop that 6 down to make a 16. And now I repeat. So I divide. Can 4 go into 16? Yes, it can. How many times? 4. 4 times 4, this is my multiply step. 4 times 4 is 16. And now I subtract. 16 minus 16 is 0. So I have nothing more to bring down. I have nothing to repeat. I have no remainder. So my answer is 336 divided by 4 equals 84. And I want to show you one other way that we could write this too. Just so that you sort of know. I could also write this problem as this. So look at the original here with the answer. Oop, I'm off the screen a little. And we'll compare. So I say this one, 336 divided by 4 equals 84. And I also say divided by for this funny little symbol right here as well. 336 divided by 4 equals 84. So just so you can kind of see, it could be written two ways, but this is really kind of the way that is best to write it if you need to deal with it. Let's look at another example. 325 divided by 4. I'm going to cover up some numbers here. Can 4 go into 3? It can't, right? It can't. It's bigger than 3. So I have to slide over. Can 4 go into 32? Oh boy. Can 4 go into 32? It can. 8 times, right? And so that's, here's my little list. I divide it in. I found it can go 8 times. And now I multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. And now I subtract. 32 minus 32, 0. And now I bring down. Can 4 divide into 5? Yes, it can. How many times? It can go once. And so that's my divide step. Now I multiply. 4 times 1 is 4. Write it underneath. Now I subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. So I have nothing more to bring down, so that means I can't repeat, but the 1 is going to be my remainder. So I'm going to write him right up there, and my answer to 325 divided by 4 is 81, remainder 1. There's another thing that you might encounter when you're doing division problems, and I want to show you an example of that right now. This is also an example of like larger numbers. If you're given a problem with really big numbers to divide into, okay? So 2,719 divided by 9. Okay, so again, I'm going to cover up and try to make the problem into smaller bites for myself. But I run into a problem, right? Because 9 can't go into 2, so I have to slide over 1. And even though in the original problem this is 2,700, and I've got a comma right there, when I'm working with it, it's like I'm gonna ignore that comma and just treat it like it's a 27. So, steps to remember. D, can 9 divide into 27? Yes, it can. It can go 3 times. So I'm going to put my 3 right up there. And if you notice, when I can't go into the first number, I'm moving over and writing the number that can divide in directly above the last number, the last place that I'm dealing with, okay? If I were to write it over here, I would get all messed up. It's important to write it above the last number that you're dealing with, which is part of the reason why I like to cover up my numbers a little bit. Okay, 9 can go into 27 3 times. That's my divide step. Now I'm going to multiply. 9 times 3, 27, right? I'm going to write it underneath. Now I'm going to subtract. 27 minus 27 is 0. So now I bring down. So I'm going to take my paper, move it over, drop that 1 straight down. And now I'm going to repeat. So I'll start back up here at the beginning. Can 9 divide into 1? Oops, no it can't, can it? 9 is larger than 1. So what that means is that 9 can divide into 1 0 times. Okay? And 9 times 0 is 0. And I'm going to subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. And then I can bring down, right? I'm going to bring that 9 down and I repeat my process. Can 9 divide into 19? Yes, it can. It can go how many times? 2. That's my divide step. Now I multiply. 9 times 2, 18. I write it underneath, right? Now I subtract. 19 minus 18 is 1. And then at this point, I have nothing left to bring down, so I can't repeat. So this 1 becomes my remainder. So 2,719 divided by 9 equals 302, remainder 1.